So I just reposted a video and it was by a man, a very smart man. It's so refreshing to repost a man. So he goes on to explain how men do not pursue women who are overly confident and where they feel that they can't find some sort of a crack within their foundational just understanding of themselves, or just women that are so secure within who they are and their own personhood, and they just know who they are internally, where they cannot be shaken. And men will not pursue women like this because they will first try to test women like this. Because women that have confidence, true, real confidence that isn't faked and it's not just performative. Because human nature, men and women alike, we can tell when someone's confidence is performative. It can either, one, feel as though this person is trying to take up attention and space in a room, they're doing too much. Real confidence, as we all know, is quiet, because real confidence is developed within a person over the course of their life experience, where, let's be honest, we don't start out confident. For the most part, we start out figuring it out. And then once we graduate school, or if we just didn't go to school for some, you're right away in the real world and you are tested, and your life experience molds your beliefs and the way that you see yourself in relation to others. And if you have yet to develop confidence, like real, unshakable, grounding confidence within yourself, that is going to be tested, especially as a woman, in relationships with men, because they will seek out women that look for their approval. And a woman that has already gone through maybe one or two relationships, maybe more, depending, where she sought external validation and approval from a man at whatever age, she develops a sense of self where there comes a point when, if you 333 on the timestamp, if you take time, I have always taken about 2 years in between my relationships where I actually really self-reflected. One, because going through a relationship and then breaking up, it's traumatic. And I've always said on here, every relationship that I have been in has been a very serious relationship. And be that as it may, I am neurodivergent, I'm ADHD in the spectrum, ADHD. I cannot bond with a person if we are not cognitively bonding on an intellectual and emotional level. So sometimes, well, in the early stages, I was in my 19, 20. Of course, you learn, live and learn. You learn men who project a personality and they're narcissists. So sometimes when you think you're cognitively bonding, you recognize that that person's personality was performative. And this is why I always say, in any relationship, doesn't matter if it's a friendship, a work, You need a full 2 years. 2 years. Full 2 years, 24 months, to be able to understand the personality of who you are in relation to. Because year one is, if you make it that far, most men that are masking their personality are able to do so for only so long. After year one, it becomes a lot more difficult for them to keep up their performance if it's just a performance. And from there, you will start to recognize cracks within the way that they are showing up for you in your relationship, and it might not be as strong as it was in the beginning, because either one, they can show up strong if they wanted to, but maybe they don't necessarily see a future or want a future with you. So that performance is going to start dwindling and slipping up. And they might have started out by telling you everything you wanted to hear to get you to fall for them. And at which point they would feel more comfortable in their pursuit of you. But their pursuit of you, if they recognize that you still are not changing your schedule, moving things around after a year, year and a half, they will reach a point where they feel that they cannot control you. Because for men, relationships, the way they fall in love is not the same way that women fall in love. Women fall in love through emotional bonding, connection, cognitive understanding, and feeling a sense of safety and love, stability. Men fall in love through their pursuit and chase. As they pursue you and they recognize that the things that they're putting forth, maybe they're little micro aggressions or whatever the case, you're letting things slide, at which point they're going to feel a sense of control, because men oftentimes will try to humble you and knock you down a peg just for fun, even if it's something, not the most harmful, but let that go once and see how far they'll take it. So when they recognize that you are not looking for their validation, you really don't care about how much they love bomb you. I always say it's all about actions, not words. And that's something that a lot of men in the early stages, year 1, 2, 3, 4 months, you start noticing that their patterning is not of someone that is looking for something long term, because let's be real, I date only provider men. So for example, if someone was previously married, just divorced, whatever the case, or if they're deciding whatever the case they're going to do, widowed, they might not want to get married again. And if you come to someone and say, listen, I date to get to marry, they might agree with that, or they might tell you what you want to hear initially, only until you realize and you start having those tough conversations, at which point many men will avoid, they will deflect away from the topic at hand, they will make it about something completely different, and you will have to continuously direct the relationship and the conversation back to the issue at hand. But if they are avoiding these tough conversations, they are not looking for anything serious or a commitment with you down the line. And if they say that they need to prove that with their actions. And if not, you have an answer that is valuable too. Why would you stay with someone and waste your time if you're not getting what you're looking for, wanting and desiring from the relationship? That wouldn't make any sense. So it's up to both sides to decide what makes the most sense for the two of you. And they will not pursue if you don't